Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, let me start sharing my screen just now. Okay, you guys able to see my screen? Okay, are you able to get me and see my screens? You can just do a thumbs up so that we make it quickly. Yeah, Clive, okay. Mapalo able to see my screen and get everything? Okay, we can start now. Okay, so the topic that we'll be looking at today will be looking at branding. What's branding and the difference between branding and marketing. You've heard of people say, no, I'm a brand, these are big brands. I'm sure you've heard of that. You've heard of bigger brands, or individuals claim that they are big brands. So this is what we're going to look at. Now what we're going to focus here is about company branding, to be specific. Then the other one, we'll look at the next class that we'll have, we'll look at personal branding now, which will be tomorrow since it's a Thursday. This class was supposed to be yesterday. Due to network, we're having it now. Okay, let's start now. Okay, so you can't you cannot market a brand you haven't designed. So this is supposed to be market. Don't know why there's an error there. In case you'll be asking, just connect to PC. Okay, yeah. In case you'll be asking yourself the difference between branding and marketing and which one comes first. So branding will come first, then the marketing later. In as much as people start to market their product first before they deal with their branding first, just that people are more like, I would say, in a rush. But the first thing that's supposed to come between marketing and branding is the branding. Then that's when now you market your brand. Not you do the marketing, then that's when you show us the brand. No, you're supposed to start with the branding. So my definition for branding, or the definition which is there, is the branding is the strategic process of creating a unique, recognizable image and meaning for a company, product, or service in the consumer's mind. So branding happens in the minds of people, or the same people. For example, you hear of different phone brands, iPhone, you look at Samsung, those are different brands, but they offer the same product, which is the cell phone. Then let's look at now the marketing. So marketing is the process of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customers' needs through the creation, promotion, and distribution of the products or service. How do you give your products to people? How do you interact with them? That's now the marketing part. Or in a nutshell, this is an example of what marketing is, then what branding is. So what the difference is that branding will be, I would say, forever compared to the marketing. The marketing changes according to times. I'm sure you've all seen that back in the days, or even before we were born, there was some little bit of newspaper type of marketing. Then came television. Now there's now social media, but the branding still remained the same. For example, if we look at companies that have stayed in the game for a long time, for example, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has been there for a good time. We've looked at how the bottles are back in the days. For example, when you look at how the bottles were and how they are now, is there's a difference. So that's the marketing part, but the product is still the same. Coca-Cola with, is it enjoy every refreshment? I think the tagline is like that. So when you're looking at brand, you are looking at the name of the brand. Coca-Cola has been the same name since time immemorial. The voice has been always the same. The logo has been the same, but sometimes the logo has a little bit of adjustments here and there, but it still remains the same. Then the tagline, enjoy every refreshment, has been there for quite some time. These things do not, I would say they do not change, but they do change, but it's not easy to change them, because once you change, you will find that there are other people who would remove themselves or associate themselves with the same brand. Okay, for example, there was a time when Jaguar changed its logo to a current one. Then there was some saying that it lost part of the market share and the likes. So when you are looking at brands, let me just continue. Look at the expectation, the fonts. The good example is Coca-Cola. The font has been almost the same since it was born till now. Maybe slight changes. The colors you've seen, it's been red and white. Maybe a little bit of black. Then the promises, enjoy every refreshment, still been there. Visual style, how the word is said, or on the bottle, on their packaging, has been the same. The personality, it's the face of the brand. It's been the same. It has been there for a long time and it has a good reputation. Now let's look at now the marketing part. The campaigns. We've had Coca-Cola have different campaigns, learn different campaigns. Maybe this, for example, this year, for example, it will be focusing on maybe promoting certain events using their same Coca-Cola brand. Now they advertise on social media. It has changed. Back in the days, they were advertising using newspaper. Now there's social media. They're able to run ads, engagement ads, and how they advertise, how they make their offers. They are channeling partner. Obviously, they partner with other people to so that they showcase their brand. Their promotion, media, sales, and leads. How do they do it when it comes to leads? Okay. So when we're talking about branding, is how you deliver your product to the customer. So the product's supposed to be the same. What people feel, what the feeling people have for you, or what you are, what makes you unique. For example, the same bottle of Coca-Cola, when you compare it with Pepsi, they're different brands. You can just tell by looking at it. You can tell that Coca-Cola is unique in its own ways, then Pepsi is also unique. Then what do people say? Obviously, there are people that take sides. Others will go, no, me, I like Coca-Cola. Others will say, no, me, I like Pepsi. And what do they want to achieve? Is it to sell a lot of bottles? Is it to make their customers happy? So this is what branding is. Or what are you saying? What's your message? And also what you look like I've said earlier. Okay, then the marketing now how do you do it? Do you use Facebook ads? How do you communicate? How unique do you communicate? How do you make money? How do you grow your business? Yes, and how are you writing? So the message is supposed to be the same, which is the branding, but you can write it in different ways, different channels. So that's now marketing. Okay, so the differences now between marketing. So who you are is part of your branding, your identity, people's perception over your company, how they trust you. Now the marketing, how you promote. Is it in ads? Is it content marketing? Is it running campaigns? Are they physical campaigns or they're social media campaigns? Excuse me. Then differences, excuse me. So building, brand building makes people trust you for a long, while the marketing drives the short-term actions like what you are doing now, because marketing might change. For example, the introduction of AI obviously has disrupted a lot of industries, including the marketing part, where we've seen you can just upload your video and an AI will market it for you, collect all your leads and stuff. But the company, I'm sure, would still be, your company would still be the same. So branding is what keeps, then the marketing is how do you get and keep them as well. So when you combine branding and marketing, then you are good to succeed. For example, the MTN Zambia, if you've been with MTN for a long time, the branding message has always been the same, which is everywhere you go. It hasn't changed. Since I started, for example, using my own MTN, it's been the same. But how the market has changed. They used to market in newspapers and billboards all over, but now they've joined creating ads, um, message tailored just for me personally, since I'm their customer. So it's now been evolving. The marketing has been changed. Now, why do you need a brand strategy? So the reason why you need a brand strategy is for you to stand out of your competition. For example, the same MTN, if we get MTN, Airtel, then Z Mobile, you can see like every company in this industry is always standing out. Others will tell you it's the smartphone network, others is everywhere you go, and so on. Okay, Benson, you might want to switch off your mic. Okay, let's go back to the normal. Okay, so like I was saying, why you need a brand strategy is for you to stand out from your competition. Like you need to stand out. Shouldn't be, if I look at you and I look at your competition, I should just choose you by just you standing out. Then again, the reason why you need the brand strategy is it's what guides your marketing strategy. So your brand is supposed to just show direct that this is how you're supposed to market. You need to stand on this, the values that you've put out in your brand. Then it's how customers engage from you. Imagine if you went somewhere, and for example, the way people sell tomatoes, most of the times there is no brand differentiation. But maybe the brand differentiation will be okay, that person is different from that one, but they all sell the same product. But if you've looked at the companies that have stated, you know that okay, there's a difference. Okay, so who don't want me when I come to buy from you, or you're buying from me? There should always be something different to differentiate me from my competition. Then again, your brand is important. It's how you keep your loyal customers. For example, an iPhone. Like people who use iPhone find it a challenge to switch to Android. Just as the same people who use Android find it a challenge to switch to iPhone. So those are brand differentiators. And Apple is able to keep its customers. Then there are also other customers, for example, Apple customers that when a new Apple product comes out, they always just want to give me the product. I will pay because it's just Apple. So they've maintained that loyalty between the customer and the brand. Then it's what guides your brand. So things like your mission, Those are your branding now, your internal branding. Okay, so a brand strategy is how we keep customers loyal. And brand strategy is your roadmap to success. It will tell you where you're supposed to be heading. Okay, then other important factors for you to have a brand strategy to build trust and recognition. People are able to recognize you if they see your product without even finding it a challenge. So those are brand differentiators. Differentiates you from your competition. It creates emotional connection. A good example is Coca-Cola, like I've stated. Like if people want to have fun and drinks, if they do not take alcohol, or for example even the same alcohol, if people say no, me I love black label and stuff, and it's the same with Coca-Cola. And it makes your marketing easier. When you're trying to market, your clients or your customers are able to identify you just there and there without you doing a lot of work. So without branding, your company is just another option, just like the way the tomato sellers are. They're just, okay, I can go and buy from there, I can go and buy. But if you have a brand strategy, you differentiate yourself from the competition. Now, when you look at the structure of branding, we have the internal branding and the external branding. So when we look at the internal branding now, a good example is this iceberg here, the culture branding iceberg. So when you look down this side, this is the internal part. Then when you look upwards, it's the outside part that everyone see. You've heard of the iceberg, something which is smaller on the top, then down it's bigger. So what's internal branding? What's internal branding? Now the internal branding is how do you communicate your values, your mission, and your vision and your purpose. Okay, these are internal things that you and your company know, or inside your company. Then brand positioning, how do you differentiate yourself from your competition? Then who are the audience that you are targeting? Then how do you come out, which is the brand voice? How do you come out? Do you come out bold? Do you come out friendly? Those are internal branding now. Then now when we talk about external branding, this is what people are able to see. We're looking at the brand message, your tagline, the smartphone network, everywhere you go, improving lives. Those are taglines. This is the brand message now. Your brand story, you've seen brand stories online. Then the actual brand name, your name should be a differentiator. If for example, when you go to Parkra and register, you're supposed to have a different name from all the names that are there already in the database. So your brand name again is branding also. Then we have now the branding design, logo, the fonts. These are supposed to be consistent over time. Your logo should be, if it's on your product, should be the same. Shouldn't be too maybe stretched. Supposed to be on scale. So this is where now graphics designers come in. The font, the colors. You're supposed to have colors that represent your brand. Or if I were to see a poster of your product, I'm able to tell that there is brand consistency. The color here is the same. The colors, for example, if you chose yellow, black, and white, these colors should always be on your products. If it's, for example, if you did t-shirts, supposed to be there. If you do flyers on Facebook, posters, supposed to be there as well. So now we'll look at now the internal branding, which is let me just take you back here. So the internal branding now, where we look at the values, the mission, the vision, and the purpose. That's what we look for in depth and examples. So what's the importance of your purpose? So your purpose is the reason your business exists beyond profit. What do you want to achieve with when we remove money in the equation? I know everyone wants to make a lot of money and stuff. So you need to have the purpose that you are doing your business shouldn't come about all the money only, because when you just put in money in the equation, you are likely to go out of business once you make a certain amount of money. For example, if let's say you set a target to make $1 million, once you make it, you have no motivation to continue. Maybe okay, since what I wanted, I found it. Then that's all. Then you close down the business. Then it dies just like that. So another thing, so your business is supposed to exist beyond the profits. You need to have a reason why you do your business beyond when you remove profit in the equation or the money. But that doesn't mean that you should be doing charity works. No, it's supposed to be value for your service. Someone's supposed to pay. Then what problems are you solving in people's lives? Yes, what problems are you solving in people's life? Minus you getting the money once they pay you, once you deliver. Is it a service or is it a product? Okay. So I will just read to you a few examples of the purpose of these three companies. For example, the Zanaco's purpose is to drive economic transformation in Zambia by providing inclusive, future-ready financial services. So their purpose is to make sure that these financial services are inclusive to everyone, and they're supposed to drive economic transformation in Zambia. Then ABSA is to empower Africans' future by bringing possibilities to life, acting as an African financial service group committed to finding local solutions to unique local challenges. So these people want to committing to finding solutions to our unique local challenges. So the challenge is supposed to be within, which is Africa, and obviously financing them in some way. Then the last one is Trade Kings improving lives. This is also this is their purpose, and also it's their tagline. So this one is just clear. They want to improve people's lives. Obviously, they have a wide range of products that they offer, and different I would say industries, for a lack of a better term, since they're like almost everyone, more like, for lack of a better term, I would say monopoly. Yes. So the importance of your purpose, you need to believe in a positive change. The same, improving lives, financial inclusion. You need to add values outside your customers. It shouldn't just be you give them this, then they give you money, then you forget. You're supposed to provide value. For example, uh, energy services that Mother's Energy offers, they provide value in instances where people do not have power. They're able to use those power products, let's say some solar products, and so on. Then you need to you build emotional connections with your purpose. Then again, differentiate you from your competitors. Zanaco and Absa, you're able to differentiate in as much as their brand colors is red and they look almost the same, but you're able to differentiate that this is Zanaco and this is Absa. Okay. Hope everyone is able to get me up to now. Okay, let's continue. Okay, then we come to the importance of your vision, which is part of the internal branding, which is just below the iceberg. So your vision defines your goal. You need to have your goal. Whether if you want to have a goal to reach to the moon like Elon Musk, you need to you need to have a vision that will define your goal. If you want to go to the moon like Elon Musk, you go to moon. Then again, it gives you direction and ambition. If you do not have a vision, it will be, I would say, a little bit hard, because you need to have I would call it faith to that things will proceed and you go to the moon. In as much as you don't know how you will go, but you need to just have a vision that one day we need to be at the moon. Then the importance again is understanding where your brand is heading. Where are we heading as a brand? Shouldn't just be like waking up and just offering services. You need to have a direction. In as much as business is hard, you need to have a sense of direction of where you're going. Then again, it will inspire you and motivate you. For example, if you say, okay, we need to reach to the moon. If let's say, for example, you do not feel uh, good to go to work today or to run your business, obviously you would want something to inspire you. So if you wanted to go to the moon, you would obviously no, we need to go to the moon, so it will motivate you and inspire you. Then it's easier for future decisions. Since you have a vision, if it's written down, you're able to get back to it and, oh, okay, we are here now and we need to head this direction. Okay, then since it's like this, we need to make these decisions. Again, it will be easier for your employees and your future investors. Like it is recommended, for example, if you go to big companies, they will ask you information about the company that you know. Oh, what is our vision? What is our mission? So that they will assume that when you go to that company, you were able to align with the vision of the company. Or if you're an investor, you're able to say, okay, these people, they have this vision. Then you say, okay, then I can invest in them. So it's easier for employees and future investors to invest once they see your vision, if it's feasible. Okay, these are examples of visions. Trade King's vision is to be leading, innovative, innovative and trusted Pan-African, not sure if it's future Shanshan manufacturing, excuse me, improving lives through quality, locally produced goods while expanding its footprints from Zambia to the continent and the world. The other day I heard a friend was saying that, is it shake and sip? It's there in the US and someone was having it. So I was surprised, oh, okay. So there are Trade Kings is not only in Zambia, it's even outside outside Africa. So I'm sure they would tick this that they have uh, gone outside Zambia, locally produced goods while expanding its footprints from Zambia to the continent and the world. So they are out of, since we've already heard of South Africa having trade kings there. So out of the continent would be the world now, like the US story that I had. Then ABSA Group vision is to be the financial service group of choice in Africa, dedicated to driving growth, fostering sustainability, and making a positive impact across the continent. I'm sure they are definitely making an impact on the African continent. Then Zanaco is serving you better, growing together. Yeah, I'm sure they are achieving that, unless if there are other people who want to interject with this. Yes. So what you need for your vision, you need to define your brand's long-term vision, where you dream to be. Like your dreams should scare you, like the Elon Musk scenario. Like I'm sure the dreams were even scaring him. Like there's no man who's a personal man, not a company. For example, the US NASA, I'm sure it's run by the government. You just an individual, you want to go to the moon, and you've achieved it. I'm sure these dreams gave you nightmares. Yes. Then you need to set a timeline. This is where the smart goal setting comes in. You you need to set smart goals like that, but you can skyrocket them like Elon Musk. So when are you achieving that? You set a timeline. Then it's supposed to feel big and scary to you, but it's supposed to be achievable. I'm sure every company that's here now, it was started by the smaller people that had the same vision, in as much as they might be dead or alive. For example, people like Steve Jobs, I'm sure they had the vision for Apple. Okay. Then what's the importance of the mission now? So uh, it helps you steps towards the future vision, and it helps you to understand how you get there. You stay on track. it keeps you in check. I would put it in that way. It keeps you in check. Where are you going? Where are you now? Where are you supposed to go? Or where is the dot? Or where are you on the map? So the quote that I would give is a goal without a plan is just a dream. So you need to have your mission, which is you would put it in a plan. Then your vision is now your dream or your goal that you need to achieve. So your mission explains what you do daily. What do you do every day to achieve your goal or the vision that you see? It shouldn't be prophetic or something like that, but it should be something that you see yourself having or doing. Then it's supposed to be practical and action focused. You're supposed to be having steps every day, every week, and every month. Okay, so what you do and how you do it. So if it's reading books every day about physics and science, if you want to go to the moon, you're supposed to be doing that. If it's buying stuff for your company, you're supposed to be doing that little by little. If it's month by month, week by week, you're supposed to be doing that until you finally achieve your until your vision is achieved. But maybe you might not achieve, but it's supposed to be achieved. Then the importance of your mission. So what are you dedicated to achieve? What do you want to achieve? What can you do every week? What can you do every month? What can you do in a year? You need to set those goals for your mission. Okay. Then we come to values, which is the same internal branding now. What you believe in? What do you believe in terms of the products or the services that you are offering? Okay. What you talk about, how do you talk about your products, your services? Then what are you passionate about? Then when you answer those questions, now that's when you create your brand identity and your values. So for example, I'll just show you a little bit of examples of values and okay, so these are the values. Innovations, this is the Mother's Energy company profile. So these are their values. Innovations, they plan to innovate. Customer satisfaction, they want to satisfy their customer with their products and services. Then they want to be reliable. Then again, they want to have integrity. Then sustainability and teamwork. So these are their values. Another example would be this one. Again, it's in the same industry. Mission. Okay, so their values is hard work, respect, and innovations, reliability. These are interesting values to have. So you need to have values for your company, even for your personal life. You need to have them. Okay. Then once you've set all your internal branding, now everything's been set up, your values are in check, your mission is in check, and you have your vision. You need now to go to your competitors now. Okay, you want to find out who are your competitors in the same business. We're assuming that this is a business. For example, when I give the Elon Musk example, I'm sure he has competitors for their product. Okay, so we'll give an example of Airtel, MTN, and Z Mobile. These are direct competitors of each other. They are looking to sell their products to the same customer that their competitor is selling. Then those are direct competitors. You're selling to the same customer and your customers want the same product. Okay, indirect competitors, those are now the products are more like similar, but they are not the same. Okay, so you need to collect at least 10 competitors. Then that's when you find a gap, or how do you come in and solve the problems that these customers are facing that your competitors are unable to solve. So you need to look up the gaps in the market. That's where you make your money from. Okay, I think we're done. This class was just a very short one. We'll continue tomorrow on now the personal brand, which is now the extend. So I'll share resources on the templates that you can use to answer all those questions of your mission, uh, your values, and your vision. All those I'll share the templates in the group. Okay, unless if there are questions, we can take it from there. If there are questions, we can take it from there. Are there any questions? Clive it. If you have any questions, Madame Lorraine and the other lady, if you have any questions, you might want to ask them. Okay. Let me just. So this is. I just want to take you a little bit back. This is our course outline. So when you look at the course outline of here on the digital marketing theory, so we've looked at ChatGPT prompting, influencer marketing, and we're here on branding now. So once we're done with the theory part, we'll have an assignment. Then that's when we'll get back here, then finish here now. Okay, then do the extras now. So we've just done the market research so that it sets up for at least Facebook ads, which we already did. We looked at Facebook ads and Facebook marketing. Okay, so I will share this course outline and just show you where we are and where we're supposed to go, so that come next month we would be done with the whole course outline and the course. So we only have 3 assignments for this part, which is the theory part. Then we'll come here, do this part, then this one, then we're good to go. The extras, these do not need any assignment, unless if there are questions up to here. We can end the class, then I'll share the course outline. You can do a thumbs up if everything is okay. Then we continue. Yeah, we'll share the notes. Okay. Okay, madam, I'm waiting for you. Okay, we can close the class since everything is okay up to here. But if you have any questions, even in relations to other topics that we have done or not done before, you can ask them in the group, or you can just send them direct to me, then we'll take it from there. Or if you need any assistance, we'll assist you. Okay, if everything is okay, we can end the class just now. Okay, we'll end the class now since there's no questions. So thank you for attending the class. Looking forward to finishing the personal, the branding part tomorrow at the same time. Okay, have a good evening and good night. Bye.